Good morning. Good morning. This morning we'll be talking about the history of theater and Christian drama, the bit of the link. And I want to welcome all of you. I want to appreciate all of you who has been really contributing to the well-being. Those who have been praying for us, those who have been lifting us up in prayer. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate all of you. And we are doing all our best to make sure that you enjoy this broadcast. And also, I love the comments where some places are dark. When the places are dark when I do some of the broadcasts, we are sorry about that. I'm also sorry. So I'm sorry about that. So this morning we'll be talking about the history of theater, which have, as regard to Nigerian theater. And one of the things I would say is I want to keep the ball rolling. Share this link if you're joining. Please join us and keep the ball rolling. Talk to people. Um, it's high time we all understood the principle. And by the grace of God, I want to recommend this book for all of us. I want to recommend this book, Drama God's End Time Army, by Evangelist Bamitale. I want to recommend this book for us. So please get this book. I'm going to be reading chapter 3 out of it this morning. I actually wanted to go to the history, but I felt it's going to be cumbersome. It's going to be a lot of time doing that. Just want to go to brief of it so that we can have an idea anytime, any day. And I also discover I want to appreciate people who has really contributed to Christian drama in Nigeria, as it were. I may not be able to remember all the names, but I would try to remember some, both the academic pattern, because one of the things I'm doing now is the academic part of this training. And that is one of the things that some people look at it. Wow, do we actually need all these things? Yes, we do. We do. Now, let's keep the ball rolling. Once you join, please mention your name, the country you're watching from. Let me know you're there. You can also subscribe. You can also subscribe to this link. You can subscribe. And after this broadcast, I promise us the debate some people have had, and by popular demand, we're bringing it back. So immediately after this broadcast, I will be going to Fame is Fame. What's your opinion about that? Fame is Fame. What's your opinion about that? So Fame is Fame. So the history of theater in Nigeria came up when I stopped at the where people came from England. So when the slaves were released, abolition of slaves. When the abolition of slaves were released, and I told us that's how it happened. Like, once again, I want to recommend this book for us, the drama God's End Time Army by Evangelist Bamitale. Get it. It's the end time weapon. End time weapon is going to help us. It's going to help you also, and all that, because I intentionally bring the book out. I just want to use only academic books, and that is why, because I also discovered that we have a lot of virtues, we have a lot of graces that many of us might have not even tapped into. Some of us might have even this book in our house, we don't even read it. So please, drama God's End Time Army. It's a book by Evangelist Bamitale. You can get a copy. So if you are there, let us know you are there. So, and we'll want to do something very shortly. So I said that the history of theater in Nigeria was linked back to a lot of people when they came, but quite a number of people may not be able to know exact person or the side people who really metamorphose. But the people we know, the people the history has revealed, and like I said, all the videos, by the grace of God, I also do a lot of things, comment, and you're reviewing them and bring some of those topics again by the grace of God. So, the genuineness of the core comes in. But when people come into drama world, they felt, oh, I only need to go and be doing drama. I don't need anybody. Let me just go on. Yes, you don't need anybody, but you need the Holy Spirit, and you need to know, you need to understand what you are doing. You need to understand what you are doing. Nigeria today is a force to reckon with in the theater and even in film production. Nobody, in fact, we are the second largest in the world. We're the second largest in the world. So nobody can say who is Nigeria. When it comes to, there are three things you cannot fight. Everybody on earth you cannot fight. Number one, you cannot fight mathematics. Everybody do 2 plus 2, 3 plus 2. You can't fight it. Number two, you cannot fight what do we call it? You cannot fight film. Everybody wants to watch film. Everybody wants to watch film. And number three, I think sport. Yeah, number three, sport. Number three, sport. Nobody wants to fight sport. Everybody, whatever your background, no matter your differences, when your country is playing a ball, all of you sit down, you want to watch. You want to make sure that your country wins. So when it comes to theater, like I said, I'm using this book as a reference book, which is going to be of help to us. And you know, a lot of people have been coming to Nigeria to do research, and research is still going on. And by the grace of God, this ministry, this school, will also be documenting. By the grace of God, we're going to be doing some interviews in the course. We're going to be going around to do some interviews for some force to reckon with in the world of theater and Christian drama, as people like Evangelist Bamitale. He has given a lot of things. He has given a lot to the society. He has given a lot to the nation. He has given a lot to the body of Christ. Our sister, late sister, Professor Foluke Oguleye, who's supposed to be the pro-chancellor of this school. She was to be pro-chancellor. So when the demise came in, it was so painful. But well, God knows the best and all that. So we're going to have a record, because that's one of the person who really brought about a turning point, serious turning point into the research, into the work of Christian drama. Because a lot of people discovered that these are part of the things that need to be done. These are part of the things that need to be to be energized. So we're going to be going to all those histories by the grace of God. Now, look at this. And it all started. How did all this start? It's common knowledge that Nigerian movie industry today is an offshoot of effort of indigenous theater group pioneered by Chief Hubert Ogunde in 1945. Both in the academic and international circle, Hubert Ogunde was often regarded as the father of theater, Nigerian theater, the father of Nigerian theater. We call him Doyen of theater. And one of the things when they started, but he wasn't the number one to start. He wasn't the number one person to start. He was actually being privileged to have something. That before him, we have Prince Elejigo, we have Prince Abeje, who actually did something in Glover Hall in Lagos. But all their drama, as powerful as it was never documented. And that is why the issue of documentation is an heartbeat of everybody. You must do it in this generation because of the generation next. The generation next must know something about what we are doing now. The essence of all these things is not just to make people to say, oh, we are doing film school online, we are doing drama film school online. No, it's also to document our own culture, our own history, how we started. So in theater, those people, nobody knew many things about them because the drama were not documented until the Hubert Ogunde came in 1945, actually 1944, 1945. When he came in, he was a policeman. He was a retired policeman, and he started from Aladura churches, and that is where I combine the history of theater and Christian drama, because this is the beginning. This is what happened. This is one thing that happened that we need to. Let me quickly go to this. Hubert Ogunde happened to be a musician. He was a musician, a theater icon, producer, and composer, born in May 31, 1916 in Ososa. Ososa is near Ijebu-Ode in Ogun State, the western region of Nigeria. He served in the Nigerian police at that time, and was also a member of the Church of the Lord, Aladura churches in Lagos. He happened to be a talented composer. He organized production of biblical opera. In fact, The first church drama, that's the advent of the church has the property. The property of church is actually drama. Drama is the property of the church. So he is a talented. He happened to do the Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden. It was an outstanding success because that was the first drama, Christian drama, to be done in the church in that year. And the first drama is the Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden, it was an astonishing success, and the drama was a mixture of biblical themes with the tradition of Yoruba dance drama. You can imagine, and all that. Recently, we were shown the BBC documentation of Hubert Ogunde when he started, and it's maybe later I'll come back to it, and it's awesome to know that the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden is a biblical musical drama staged in the Church of the Lord, Lagos, in 1944. Then in 1944 became the Hubert Ogunde first drama production. So the astonishing sources of biblical drama result in a public demand. This time the production was becoming popular, so everybody wants to see. Everybody moved from the Central Hall and they moved to Glover Hall in Lagos. And one of the things is that the drama was impactful. And unfortunately, I don't know what happened. Because when they talk about theater, actually, if we're to be like my father and the Lord has started this, we have called it a Christian theater. It would have been a Christian theater from the beginning. It would have called it a Christian theater from the beginning. But because, God he knows the best and all that. But a very strong, impactful drama or Garden of Eden. All of us know the history of Adam and Eve and all that. That's what is there. And later, he was able to, he quickly followed with the production of another biblical drama, Journey to Heaven. Journey to Heaven was the next one. And later he did another one, King Nebuchadnezzar. These are biblical stories. The production of this educative, inspiring, and quite entertaining biblical folks opera made him gain more applause and recognition that in 1945 he has to establish his own theater group called Ogunde Concert Party. Because remember, don't forget that he is a composer. He composes song. He's a dynamic person. He's in fact an all-round person, and so much very, very strong. And by establishing the drama production, Hubert Ogunde became the first to form a professional theater company in Nigeria, based on the success of those set of biblical dramas with music. So in 1945, the year he established his theater, there was a general strike. There was a general strike, a conflict between the labor and the government, which prompted him to produce his first social political drama called Strike and Hunger. So you can imagine, many of us who have studied theater and many of us who have gone through theater, you discover that these are part of the things that you need to understand, that even everything, the church, the drama starts in the church in Nigeria. Drama starts in the church, is a church property, and that is why the church is taking over, is taking it back from the word. Because the next topic I'm going to talk about is the no secular, is going to be interactive anyway, no secular, no spiritual. So we're going to be talking about that after this broadcast. And the fame and accolade result from the first socio-political drama that this man did. In fact, the Tiger Empire followed and a lot of things. And I will give you a reference point so that you can go and watch or read online. You can watch on YouTube the work of this man. And he did a lot of things. Bread and Bullets. He did Bread and Bullet. In fact, it's not the only one. The J.P. Clark, a lot of people, Wole Soyinka came in later and all that. And one of the things is this. Let me read this from the drama property